Hello and welcome to From No Crypto to No Crypto. This is Blockchain Lane bringing you a cryptocurrency podcast. Today's episode is brought to us by Concierge Club, mobile private key wallet and point of sale solution. Concierge Club makes purchasing easy, safe, and the overall process more efficient while costing less, helping to make cryptocurrency mainstream. All right, let's take a jump look at the market update. Now, the market looks like it is down today, but it's actually just wiped out all the gains we had from yesterday. We saw an average of 6 to 7% gains the day before, unable to break through that resistance. So obviously we would expect it to retreat back to where it is now. So again, we continue this sideways movement until we see what's going to happen. Now, one thing I do want to point out is one thing that was noticed and pointed out from someone I follow on social media, that on Bitfinex, one of the biggest exchanges out there, has the highest volumes, especially in Bitcoin trading. There is currently a whale. Now, what is a whale? A whale could be a person or an organization that holds a huge amount of cryptocurrency. So is it a person or is it an entity? We don't know, but it is one account that has been accumulating Bitcoin, averaging around the $6,300 price. But so far, they have accumulated over $190 million worth of Bitcoin. Now, what does that mean? That means somebody obviously think that's a good buy-in price, and they are accumulating, and they're not going to buy if they think it's going to dip a lot more. So we'll still have to see, will we dip any more? We don't know. But looking at what this whale is doing, this person or persons obviously does not think so. So let's jump off, take a look at the news today. So the SEC on Wednesday denied 2 more Bitcoin ETF applications. Now, these were expected to be denied. These were ProShares and Direction. There's a total of 9 ETFs you'll see in the news, but what that actually means is out of these 2 different companies, they were submitting multiple ETFs for Bitcoin and other proposals. The denial was not in relation to it being Bitcoin or Bitcoin futures. The denial was based on the exchanges being able to prove that they were viable options to offer ETFs. Now, remember, the big one we're waiting on is at the end of this month. So we will see what happens with that one. Some other dates to be aware of. So the SEC is expected to rule on some other Bitcoin ETFs. Bitwise ETF on September 7th. LBOE ETF, that's the big one we're waiting on 9/30. So we'll see what happens with those. The one on 9/30 is the one that we are expected to see get approved. All right, so moving along next in the news, Satoshi Nakamoto, who is the anonymous founder of Bitcoin. Now, I found this out online. It's kind of a rumor, but many believe it's legit, saying that he is working on an autobiography about his upbringing and why he made Bitcoin. The book is set to release in 2019, and many believe it's legit. So curious to see whether it's legit or not. I'm sure it's going to garner a lot of sales. So let's see what happens with that. Also, sticking with Satoshi Nakamoto news, so many people are saying, and it's been said in many different forums and many research companies that have said that it looks like he owns over 1 million Bitcoin. Now, you can imagine, plus a corresponding number of Bitcoin Cash and other fork coins. That's always been what we've been led to believe. Looking at, which that would be, billions and billions of dollars, but a new analysis done by a research company says that figuring out that, while it's huge, it may be smaller than previously thought. There's strong evidence of a dominant miner in 2009. They think that evidence is far less robust than many have assumed. Now, their estimates is guessing 600,000 to 700,000 Bitcoin. But between you and me, if I was holding either, we really wouldn't be concerned about that number because that is a huge amount of Bitcoin and other related cryptocurrencies. All right, next in the news. So this was an article I found interesting, and it's posted on our Facebook page, From No Crypto to No Crypto. Basically says if Bitcoin was to apply for a listing on Binance today, the world's largest crypto exchange, it would get rejected for non-compliance. It's kind of controversial because it is listed, but they're just saying if Bitcoin was coming out today, this was pointed out, it would be rejected due to non-compliance with the exchange's listing terms, showing that they don't have a centralized head over the exchange. And let's see. All right. So Moving along, Android Google Play has recently become a spot for hosting another reported Ethereum scam application. So there's an app on Google Play that's been allegedly offered for purchase. Looks like they're trying to sell Ethereum tokens straight through the app. This is definitely a scam. I would always recommend use a legitimate exchange, not an app you can download on your phone. So in August 20th, it was noted that buying the app is not the same as an Ethereum purchase, implying that a recent discovery is a crypto scam intended to defraud users by mimicking the original altcoin Ethereum, which is currently selling for around $300. So make sure you don't purchase from an app. Also, Binance is seeing huge growth as Coinbase notices a big drop in volume. This is data that's been compiled from January to now. Obviously, Coinbase saw such a surge in new accounts in December and early January that we would expect this decline. Coinbase's overall volume plummeted 83% in the 7 months to July. Bitstamp has also seen 73% less volume, while Binance's volume remains steady, even posting a 21% increase last month versus June. Now, Binance compared to Coinbase is kind of comparing apples and oranges. Coinbase only offers trading pairs with Bitcoin, Bitcoin Cash, Ethereum, Litecoin, and Ethereum Classic, whereas Binance has tons and tons of altcoins available, many different pairs to Bitcoin, to Ethereum, and to USDT. So it gives you a lot more trading options, which is why I personally use both, depending on what you're looking to do. All right, so next up, we had mentioned a while back that many of the politicians that are in office in Washington, D.C. were required to release any cryptocurrency holdings they have. U.S. Representative Tulsi Gabbard of Hawaii stated she bought Litecoin and Ether late last year. She bought more than $1,000 in Ethereum and Litecoin, and her holdings disclosed she has anywhere between $1,000 to $15,000 in assets. Compared to that, they don't have to disclose the exact amount, just if what ranges it falls into. All right, next up, Coinbase is back in the news. Surprise, surprise. Coinbase has been one of the most successful companies in crypto, getting widespread trust. And what they've done recently, and I mentioned a while back, they had partnered, they're rolling out an API platform that was going to be featured on WooCommerce, which powers a lot of online stores. Now, today it was announced that they've got 5 major Coinbase Commerce integrations API, to where if you see a vendor on those, using any of these platforms, they'll be able to start accepting cryptocurrency as payments. Those 5 major Coinbase integrations are PrestaShop, which boasts 278,000 shops, WooCommerce, which boasts 810,000 shops, Shopify, the big one, which boosts 980,000 shops, Magento at 252,000, and OpenCart at 376,000. So over 2.7 million, shops available that can begin to start accepting cryptocurrency. I personally have a Shopify store that I will be adding cryptocurrency payments as well. So other than that, just want to talk real briefly. Crypto education today is going to be short, sweet, and to the point. Simply do not buy into a pump. We hear the term FOMO used a lot, fear of missing out. And many times you'll see a crypto on the rise and you've already missed out on a 5 to 10% jump. Look at the indicators. Look at what is going on with the chart. Don't buy into a pump. Many of them have already spiked 30 to 50% in resistance on that spike. So don't buy. Be patient. Wait for a pullback. This is what fueled a lot of the hype back in December, which led to an astronomical raise in price. But a lot of people bought at the top are still sitting upside down in that because they didn't understand the pump. And also, you've got to be aware that, the price never goes up forever. It'll go up, it'll go down, it'll go sideways. But typically when you see a spike, you will see a small correction. It may not correct all the way back to where it rose from before, but you don't want to buy at the top of that dip. So just keep that in mind. If in doubt, I will be offering more information on how to identify some of the key indicators, which I've mentioned in past episodes. But I would recommend get on tradingview.com. That's tradingview.com. Create a free account. Yes, there's paid pro accounts, but you don't need those right now. You can do everything. I still do everything with my free account. and start looking at some of the people that are posting the ideas. Learn how to trade, learn what they look for, learn about support and resistance, which I mentioned in the last episode, which will teach you a lot to make sure you're not buying at the top of that resistance right before a dip. All right, that is it for our episode today. All these news articles we talk about can be found on our Facebook page, From No Crypto to No Crypto. And also, if you want to learn more in detail about how to get started in cryptocurrency, or maybe you've been in a little while and want to learn more about it, we've got a beginner's guide to cryptocurrency on Amazon under the same name as this podcast, From No Crypto to No Crypto, available in paperback and Kindle ebook. All right, that's it, folks. Thank you, everybody, and see you on the next episode.